Intentionally delaying security patches might be a common practice, but it shouldn't be, especially now. There's been a significant increase in security updates across the industry. For Microsoft specifically, total address vulnerabilities have been on the rise since April this year, with 206 in June, and this is only set to increase. The risk is real. Ahead of May's Patch Tuesday, Microsoft's own M-multi-model agentic scanning harness, for example, found 16 new vulnerabilities across the Windows networking and authentication stack, including 4 critical remote execution code flaws. And this is on par with the rest of the industry, with AI speeding up how quickly software vulnerabilities are found and exploited, often from weeks to hours, including 0 days. And if you're in IT, this means rethinking your organization's risk, security posture, and response, and ultimately getting your devices patched with the latest security updates as soon as possible. If you're not delivering critical quality updates with security fixes until a couple of weeks after they've been issued, that's ample time for attackers using AI to find and exploit known security gaps. To address this, we've updated our recommendations for deploying Windows updates to less than 3 days as the deferral period for quality updates, setting deadlines for those updates to 0 or 1 day, and the update grace period to a maximum of 2 days. So if you're delivering updates using policy controls, these are all configurable via Windows Autopatch and Microsoft Intune. And you can put equivalent time-bound policies in place with other Windows software update tooling options like Microsoft Configuration Manager and Windows Server Update Services. And back in Intune, using Hotpatch updates, which are now on by default, once the update is installed, protection takes effect immediately without waiting for a reboot to reduce exposure and minimize disruption. So even though you're pushing out updates faster, it still means fewer reboots. In fact, let's walk through the process you'd take to limit the risks associated with your out-of-date Windows clients, your browsers, including Edge, and Microsoft 365 apps. First, it starts with asking the question, how bad is our exposure? Here, the Windows Autopatch report helps you assess where your Windows desktop infrastructure stands with a baseline of which devices are up to date and which are missing updates. Next, how can you set and forget security update policies? That way, you're automating current and future update deployment. To do that, you can configure Windows Autopatch within Microsoft Intune for ring-based deployment, as well as set Microsoft 365 app servicing profiles to use the monthly enterprise channel. Then, how do you make sure non-compliant or unsafe devices don't have access? Using conditional access policies, you can block access from non-compliant devices to ensure only trusted devices can access internal resources. And for what you can do beyond patching, go to aka.ms/secure now to see a full list of actions you can take to limit your exposure to AI-accelerated threats. Following these approaches will help reduce your risk and improve your security posture. Thanks for watching.